Hello students, I am back here with a very important concept in trigonometry. Okay, are you ready? So get ready with me. It is about Ferris wheel. Okay, in Ferris wheel, you have to use trigonometry and model problem so that you can solve problem based on Ferris wheel. Okay, but before we start, let us see some graphs of trigonometric functions because we will be dealing with the graph in this Ferris wheel. Okay, so let us see here. This is sine curve. Okay, y is equal to sine x. It starts at 0, finishes at 2 pi. This is one cycle of it. Okay, the period is 2 pi between 0 and 2 pi. This is called a period of sine x or sine theta. Okay, the maximum value is 1, the minimum value is minus 1. Maximum occurs at pi by 2, minimum occurs at 3 pi by 2 for sine x. Okay, similarly for cosine function for y is equal to cos x, the graph starts at the maximum position, whereas the graph for sine x starts at 0. So this is the difference between it. This starts at 1, reaches pi by 2 and becomes 0, then goes to pi and becomes minus 1, then reaches 3 pi by 2 and becomes 0, and then finally at 2 pi it is again positive 1. So its period is also 2 pi. Okay, 2 pi is the period of sine x as well as cos x, or sine theta as well as cos theta. Okay, but the difference between them is that this starts at 0, that starts at 1. Okay, let us see another form of the same sin x and cos x. So here is a function y is f of x is equal to 2 sine of 2x plus 1. Now look here, what all is happening here? Here, if you compare it with the standard form, you might have studied in IB, a into sine bx plus c. Okay, I am not using horizontal shift in this case because we will not need it here. Some other time I am going to explain it to you. Okay, so this graph is representing the amplitude A, which is 2, the horizontal compression, or you can call it stretch of scale factor 1 by 2, so that its one period is from 0 to pi. Okay, then second period is from pi to 2 pi. So now this graph has a period of pi only. Okay, why? It is because of 2x inside the angle. So when you multiply the angle by an integer 2, it will be compressed by half. Okay, it will be stretched by scale factor half. The opposite happens. If you multiply it by half, there will be a stretch. It will be stretched by a scale factor 2. Okay, so this is what is happening by this 2 and by this 2. Now plus 1 is there. Plus 1 is doing a vertical shift upwards. If it is positive, it will be upwards. If it is negative, it will be downwards. So it has been shifted, the whole graph has been shifted at 1. So look here, here is the graph now. This is the axis of the graph, and from here the sine curve will start because it starts from the initial position. So it will go like this, come back at pi by 2, okay, go down and reaches minus 1 and come back to pi. Now you will say, why pi by 2 is 0? Yes, pi by 2 will be 0 here, because if you substitute 2 sine of 2 pi by 2, then 2 and 2 will cancel. So sine pi is 0. So that is why at pi by 2 it is 0. Whereas at pi by 4 it will be 1, because everything becomes half as compared to the above curve. Here 1 is at pi by 2, okay, but here the maximum value, which is 3 here, sorry if I have told you 1, it is 3 here. Why it is 3 again? It is because of this 2 and this 1. 2 plus 1, 3. So maximum will be 3. Minimum will be minus 1. Okay. And then it has 2 cycles between 0 and 2 pi. So this is the curve for sine of 2 sine of 2x plus 1. Now come to the cosine curve. In cosine curve, again I have taken the same thing so that you can compare both of them. So this is also having 2 and cos of 2x and plus 1. So by now I hope you understood what is the meaning of this 2. This 2 is giving you the amplitude. So amplitude is, remember that the amplitude is always positive. So amplitude here is 2. Then this 2 is affecting the curve to horizontally stretch by scale factor half. It means there is a compression. So again there will be 2 cycles in 0 to 2 pi. And then this one is giving you a vertical shift of 1 unit. So therefore instead of 0, the axis goes at 1, y is equal to 1. So y is equal to 1 becomes the axis. And as we know, cosine curve is positive cosine curve starts at maximum value. And here the maximum value is 3. As I told you in this case, sine case. So here also, look here, 2 plus 1 gives you the maximum, which is 3. So maximum is 3, minimum is minus 1. The maximum is at 0 as it is always. But the minimum is at pi by 2 because it has been compressed. So its one period is from 0 to pi. Okay. And from pi to 2 pi is another period. So like that, 2 cycles have been completed in 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Now let us see another curve. I have bit changed it. So this is now negative because we will be dealing with the negative cosine. So therefore I want to explain you the negative also. So if you have a curve with the equation f of x is equal to minus 3 sine 2x plus 1. So what this minus is doing here? Minus is the change in sine of y. Okay, because if it is outside the angle, this is change in sine of y. So when there is change in sine of y, there will be reflection in the x-axis. So this is your x-axis. So in the x-axis it has been reflected, but instead of that it will reflect at this line. Okay, so this should have been here, so that has come down, and this should have been down, so it has gone up. Okay, so like that there is a reflection of this curve in the x-axis, and the amplitude is again 3. There is negative sign, but as I told you, you have to take the modulus of that. So modulus of minus 3 will give you 3. So therefore from 1 to 4 the length is 3, which is the amplitude, and then from 1 to minus 2 the length is again 3. So amplitude becomes 3. This 2 is causing the compression of scale factor half, and this one is shifting it vertically upwards. Okay, so this is the sine curve. It will complete one cycle between it will complete 2 cycles between 0 to 2 pi. One cycle from 0 to pi, another cycle from pi to 2 pi. Let us look at the cosine curve. In cosine curve, I took the same equation with cosine. So minus 3 cos of 2x plus 1. Okay, now look here. Because of this minus, the curve has been reflected in x-axis because this is change in the sine of y. Therefore, there will be reflection in the x-axis. Okay. Now, look here. It has started from the minimum position and then going to the maximum. Okay. So, it started at minimum minus 2. The maximum is plus 4. Again, as I told you earlier, the maximum is decided by 3 and 1. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. This minus sign is symbolic so that we know it is reflected in the x-axis. Otherwise, the maximum is 3 and 1, 4. And the amplitude is 3. So look here, from 1 to 4, the amplitude is 3. And from 1 to minus 2, again the amplitude is 3. Okay? And its period has become pi by 2 because it is the angle is multiplied by 2. So the multiple will divide the period of 2 pi. So 2 pi divided by 2. So like that the period becomes pi. Okay. So this is the period now of the cosine curve. Same is for the sine curve also. So therefore from here to here is one period or one cycle which is pi, and then from here to here another cycle which is again pi. So 2 cycles have been completed between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and it is a reflected curve. Okay then. So now let us solve some questions. First we will see the standard equation where you should understand A, B and C. I have not taken the horizontal shift in angle along x-axis. So because of that I am not taking that plus D or minus D. So let us consider only this thing. So y is equal to A sine BT plus C. BT is inside the angle and plus C is for the vertical shift. So amplitude is A, as I told you. The coefficient of sine or cosine becomes the amplitude but positive. Then period is 2 pi divided by B. Why divided by B? Because the angle is multiplied by B. So that will come in the denominator of the 2 pi, and like that the period will be decided. Whatever is that B, according to that the period will be 2 pi divided by that number B. And C will cause the vertical shift. If it is positive, upwards. If it is negative, downwards. Same is true for the cosine curve also. So y is equal to A cos BT plus C. So amplitude is A, period is 2 pi by B, and vertical shift is at C. So I hope by now you understood how is this equation. Now let us solve some questions based on that. So here is an example. Y is equal to 3 sine 4x plus 2. Now here we have to find amplitude, period and vertical shift. So amplitude A will be, let me write it with ink. So amplitude A will be 3. As I said, it will be positive. Period here will be 2 pi divided by B. So let us first write what is A, 3, what is B, 4, what is C, 2. So based on that, we will divide it by B here. So divided by 4, and like that the period becomes pi by 2. And this 2 is causing the vertical shift. So vertical shift by 2 upwards. Okay. Or you can also say there is a translation of 0 and 2. So this is a vector. By this vector it will be translated. So only the y coordinate I have changed here. X is 0. So therefore this will cause a vertical shift upwards. You might have studied in the vectors. Otherwise I'll take one lesson on vectors. No problem. So like this we have completed question A, part A. Now let us see part B. In part B, again A is 2, B is 3. Okay, this is A, this is B, and C is 4. Now A is the amplitude. So therefore the amplitude is 2. Then period we have to find. So as I said, period will be 2 pi divided by B, where B is 3. So this will be the period, and vertical shift by a vector 0 and 4. Okay, so this will cause a vertical shift upwards. If this was negative, it will be downwards. Okay, but here it is positive, therefore it will be upwards. Okay. Okay then. Now let us go to the Ferris wheel now. Okay, this is a past paper question here. May 2021 morning session, question number 4 from paper 2. This question is from paper 2. Okay, always it will be in paper 2 because you have to use GDC to solve this question. Okay, what this question says, this is for maximum 5 marks. A Ferris wheel with diameter 110, you can look at this Ferris wheel with diameter 110, rotates at a constant speed. The lowest point on the wheel is 10 meters above the ground. So this distance from the ground is 10 meters as shown on the following diagram. P is a point on the wheel. There is a point P here on the wheel. The wheel starts moving with P at the lowest position. So P will be at the lowest position here. Okay, and completes one revolution in 20 minutes. So look here, the period here is 20 minutes. Okay, remember this period is 20 minutes. Okay, now the question is asking us the height h of P above the ground after t minutes. These are the units given. Height is given in meters, time is given in minutes. Now this is given by h of t is equal to a cos bt plus c. This is the function which is representing the height of the chair, any chair, because there will be chairs on this wheel, and when it rotates it will go above the ground. So what will be that height is represented by h of t, and h will be the height, t will be the time. So height will be with respect to the time. Okay, now they are asking us find the values of a, b and c. Okay, so as we have discussed earlier, so here I will rewrite the equation again. H of t is equal to a cos of bt plus c. Okay, now here a is the amplitude. Okay, and amplitude is given by maximum minus minimum divided by 2. So a is equal to maximum minus minimum divided by 2. Now what is maximum and what is minimum on this wheel? The diameter of the wheel is 110. So here it will be 110 plus this 10. So like that it will be 120. This will be the maximum value of this wheel, the height. And here is the minimum height, which is 10. Okay, minimum is 10. So we will substitute those values. So again look at this, 110 plus 10, 120 minus 10 divided by 2, which will give you 110 divided by 2, which will be 55. Okay, this 55 is positive for the value of the amplitude. Okay, but because your motion is starting, your circulation of this Ferris wheel is starting at the minimum position, therefore your graph will be negative, because look here, I have shown you just now, if the graph has a negative sign, it will start from the negative position, from the minimum value. Okay, this is the minimum value. So minus sign decides where the graph starts. So cosine curve starts from the minimum position when it is negative. So therefore here the value of a will be negative 55. Then b will decide from the period. Okay, the period here is given by, period is equal to 20 minutes, isn't it? They said it is 20 minutes. Okay, the period is 20 minutes. So therefore I will write here 20. Now we write period as 2 pi by b. So therefore 2 pi by b is equal to 20, right? Because that is the formula for finding the period. Now from that formula b will go there, 20 will come here. So therefore 2 pi divided by 20 will be the value of b, and cancelling it we get b is equal to pi by 10. So this is the value of b, pi by 10. Okay. Now to decide the value of c, how we are going to decide the value of c? The value of c is decided by maximum plus minimum divided by 2. Maximum plus minimum divided by 2. The amplitude is decided by maximum minus minimum divided by 2. But here it is plus. So 120 plus 10 divided by 2. 130 divided by 2. It will give you 65. Okay. 130 divided by 2 is 165. Sorry. So 165 will be the value of C. So therefore we got all the three values. A is equal to minus 55, B is equal to pi over 10, and C is equal to 165. Okay. So this is the whole question we have solved, which was for 5 marks. So I hope this is easy. Now onwards, you should be able to find out all these constants. These are the only important constants, A, B, and C. If you know the values of A, B, and C, you can easily solve any problem of Ferri's wheel. Okay. Now let us look at next question. This is also from a past paper. So this comes in paper 2. Okay. In IB paper 2, it will be there SL or HL. SL or HL, because paper 2 is for both the streams, and this question is for 20 marks. Wow, so many marks are there. Okay, a Ferris wheel with center O and a radius of 15 meters is represented in the diagram. The radius is 15 centimeter. Okay. Now initially seat A is at the ground level. Here is the seat A. The next seat B, where angle AOB is pi by 6. The next seat is B, and the angle between A and B is pi by 6. Now they are asking us find the length of arc AB. I hope all of you know the length of arc formula because it was in the beginning of the chapter. Okay, arc length and area of sector. So arc length AB is given by r into theta. Remember that here theta should be in radian, where it is already there. So r radius is 15 multiplied by theta, which is pi by 6. Okay. So finally, when you simplify, it will be, let me simplify by calculator because you have to write 3 significant figure finally. Okay. So I will solve this by calculator. My calculator is in graphical mode. Let me come out. Okay. Yeah, I am out of that. Now 15 multiplied by pi divided by 6. So my answer is 7.85. Okay. So approximately 7.85 meters is the value of arc length. Okay, second part says find the area of the sector AOB. Now again you know it from the beginning of trigonometric section. So area of sector AOB is given by half r square theta. Again theta is in radian, which is already there. R is 15, so 15 square, theta is pi by 6. So I'll find all this in the calculator. 0.5 multiplied by 15 square multiplied by pi and divided by 6. So my answer is 58.9 meter square. So approximately 3 significant figures, 58.9 meter square. Okay. So like this we found both the answers. Now third part says the wheel turns clockwise through an angle of 2 pi. It is turning clockwise like this through an angle 2 pi by 3. Okay. Now find the height of A above the ground. Now look here. The formula for the height of this Ferris wheel, we have to first devise it. Okay. So look here, in Ferris wheel, when you draw a perpendicular here, okay, then suppose this is the height, the lower part, then the upper part will be radius minus the height. So 15 minus h will be this section, and the hypotenuse side is 15. So in this triangle, okay, cos of theta, where theta is 2 pi by 3. So but let us take theta now. The cos of theta is given by adjacent over hypotenuse. So 15 minus h divided by 15. So therefore 15 I'll bring here. So 15 cos theta is equal to 15 minus h. So now I will bring h here and take 15 cos theta there. So h is equal to 15 minus 15 cos theta. Now this is the general formula to find the height. Okay. Now they said the angle is 2 pi by 3. So theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. So I will substitute there. So therefore h is equal to 15 minus 15 cos of 2 pi by 3. Okay. Cos of 2 pi by 3 is an standard angle. We know it. It is in the second quadrant. The value is minus half. Otherwise, you can use the calculator and find it. So 15 minus 15 into minus half. Now I'll simplify all this in the calculator. So 15 plus, it will be now minus and minus. 15 plus 15 divided by 2, which is going to give me 22.5 meters. So 22.5 meters is the height of the chair. Okay, is height of A above the ground. Okay. So was this difficult? I think all of you will be able to do it. Okay. It was never difficult. Okay, now let us see the next question. This is about Singapore flyer. Okay, it is again a Ferris wheel whose diameter is 150, which is at a distance of d from the ground. Okay, so is a giant observation wheel. Okay, in Singapore with diameter 150 meters. The wheel rotates at a constant speed and completes one rotation in 32 minutes. So look here, its period is 32 minutes. Remember this, okay? Period is 32 minutes. The bottom of the wheel is d meters above the ground, okay? This wheel is d meters above the ground, yeah? So please remember that, okay? Now you have to find, let me go down. A seat starts, okay? A seat starts at the bottom of the wheel. After 16 minutes, the seat is 165 meters above the ground. Find the value of D. Now look here. The seat after 16 minutes, we have seen that the period is 32 minutes, isn't it? Look here. The period is 32 minutes. So it is at the highest position, isn't it? After 16 minutes, because the period is 32 minutes. So therefore, at t is equal to 16 minutes, it will be at the top. Why at the top? Because it has started initially from the ground level, from the minimum position here, and then in a period of 16 minutes, it has reached at the top, okay, here. So here the maximum height will be 150 plus d, because d is the distance from the ground, Okay, so it has completed half rotation. Okay, so where half rotation is complete. Okay then. So therefore we will write 150 plus d is equal to 165, isn't it? Why it is like that? Because they said the seat is 165 meters above the ground. So 150 is the diameter. Look here, this is the diameter of the wheel. Okay, and then plus d. So 150 plus d should be 165. So from this we get d is equal to 165 minus 150. So it will be 15 meters. So the value of d is 15 meters. So we got that answer. Okay. No need of equation of this wheel is required. Okay. Now for the next part they have given the equation. In this part, after t minutes, the height of the seat above the ground is given by this. Okay, from 0 to 64. Okay, 0 to 64 minutes time. So h of t is 90 plus a cos of pi by 16 t. Okay, find the value of a. Now we will substitute t is equal to 0 because initially it is at the ground level. So when t is 0, h of 0 will be equal to 90 plus a cos of pi by 16 into 0, which will be 0 only. So cos 0 is 1, so therefore 90 plus a into 1, which will be 90 plus a. Okay, so therefore 90 plus a is at the ground level, isn't it? Look here, it is at the ground level, but ground level means it is d meters above the ground, and we already have the value of d. So we will take this equal to 15 because d is equal to 15. It is 15 meters above the ground. So this will give us the value of a. So 15 minus 90, which will be minus 75. Okay, so this is the value of a negative 75. Now part C says find when the seat is 60 meters above the ground for the third time. This graph I have drawn. All these graphs I have drawn in GeoGebra. You should also try GeoGebra. It is free. Okay, you can download it. It is for iOS, Android, as well as Windows and any desktop. And your book always says you can always try GeoGebra. So in GeoGebra, I have drawn this function f of x because while drawing the function, I have to take f of x because I am drawing with respect to the x-axis. So 90 minus 75 cos of pi by 16 x, but I am going to take here instead of x, I am going to take here t. So look here, the graph starts at the minimum position, which is 15 meters. The highest position is 165 meters, which is after 16 minutes. Now they are asking, find when the seat is 60 meters above the ground for the third time. So look here, y is equal to 60. I have drawn a straight line. So first time it will be at this time, second time it will be at this time, and third time it will be at this time. So the time is this, the height is this 60. Okay, so therefore from the graph, okay, the seat is at 60 meters for the third time, 60 meters above the ground at t is equal to 37.9 minutes. Okay, which will be third time. So that's it. This problem is solved. Okay. So this 37.9 minutes you can again convert into minutes and seconds if it is required. Otherwise you can write three significant figure. To convert it to seconds, then 0.9 should be multiplied by 60 and it will be 37 minutes. And 0.9 multiplied by 60, let me find it out. 0.9 multiplied by 60, so 54 seconds. Okay, if you want exact value, 37 minutes 54 seconds. So I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, and I'm confident with this the fairies will be easy for you. Okay, then bye for now. See you next time. Please share, subscribe and like my video if you like it. Share and subscribe. And you can find my email ID and WhatsApp in the description. If you like my lessons, then you can join my classes. Okay, I teach online on one-on-one basis. Okay, then bye.